Try this again. It's so hard to get a camera angle, magnet, audio. At any rate, this is going to be our Ford video. I do a little bit, try to do a little bit of everything because I enjoy them all. Truck I'm in right now is a 67 F100. Originally, if I'm not mistaken, came with a 390 in it, but it was seized up. This was, we're talking 30 years ago. It's more of a family heirloom than it is anything else. This was one of the last trucks that my grandpa had, and I've nursemaided it for a long time to try to keep it alive. And part of the problem is you sink a bunch of money into something you know you can never let go of. Well, it's not really an investment. So, and I like to use it too. You spend a whole bunch of money on something, make it pretty, and then you can't use it, too worried about scratching it. So I enjoy this truck the way that he had it. I've made a few improvements on it, redone the floors in it and recovered the seat and creature comfort type things. I may put air in it. He put a 73 Ford 302 out of a 70, obviously a 73 Mercury Comet, kind of like a little Ford Maverick, but it was the Comet version, which those little cars are very special, but you can't find them. They were kind of Ford's way of creating a disposable automobile, in my opinion, but they were awesome cars, and the ones that survived, if you've got one, you got something real special. I had, my first car was a 72 Maverick Grabber, super cool little car, and of course I wish I'd have kept it, but we can't keep them all. So at any rate, this 67 is more of a gopher than it is anything, and we're gonna go over and try to get the front clip off of this 78 F100 and move it over to a 78 F150. I'm probably making the wrong decision in taking apart a half-ton two-wheel drive and putting it on a half-ton two-wheel drive long bed, but I need something that is dependable, and the little six-cylinder in that long bed is absolutely in immaculate condition. My understanding is this guy's supposed to have it rebuilt before he put it in the truck, and long story short, it became a parts truck, I guess, because it's a long bed. But that's the plan. there it is, all of its splendid glory. It's my understanding it's a 78. I hadn't checked the numbers to actually determine if that's right or not. I believe it's originally a 6-cylinder truck. We measured the radiator cradle here, and it was a little narrower than what the V8 was. So I think somebody put this in here, and you kind of get the telltale sign there with the serpentine set up. I don't know if the engine's any good or not. I think he said it was stuck, so that's not what I got it for anyway. I got it for several reasons. First was for this whole front clip. I want to put that on a 79 that I'll put in the video in just a little bit. The idea with it is just to make a toolbox, a mobile toolbox, and it's missing all the front, but it's got a jam up little inline 6. But and the other thing is, it's my understanding that these trucks are the front disc brakes are compatible with like what I've got, which is a 67 Ford, and it's my understanding those interchange. So that's kind of the idea with the other part, is to put the disc brake, basically do a conversion on my 67 with these parts. So and I may my other one is missing a deal right here. Somebody cut it out, and then it's missing the antenna. Somebody cut that out, and it's got a couple little spots in the floor. But check this out, all of that carpet. I bet this thing sounded like you was riding in a Cadillac. And I don't know, but I don't think that's, well, then again, it may be factory padding. I don't know if it is or not. Somebody done some work to it back in the day. They closed that off. I had no idea that those instrument clusters, if you go buy one from like a used truck and you've never handled one before, oh my goodness, be careful. It's like an overcooked eggshell. I mean, literally, I went to pull, undone the screws on it, and I went to pull it out, and when I did, it literally just disintegrated in my hands. Got a couple little spots on the bed, but it's a short bed, and I have no intentions at the moment to do anything with the bed or the bumper. The 79 is missing the windshield, and it's missing the back glass, so I may use this back glass because it don't look like it's really got anything wrong with it. Not that I'm trying to make a show truck out of that other one. Looks like this one may have what if it's got a gas tank on it? Nope. Could have used that. Could have used the column too, but the front end was all I was wanting. And what I was able to get the truck for, honestly, was worth the front clip, radiator cradle, the grill. The grill ain't the best in the world, but again, I'm not trying to make a show truck. I need to be able to put my hood on it, and I didn't realize, I was thinking that the hinges mounted to the firewall, but they don't. They mount to the inner fender. So there's that. But 78, I got a real mental problem taking stuff apart and using it on other things, but she's going to have to be the sacrifice for the other one, because the other one is just such a good running truck. I'll take you over and show it to you now. This is the 79. See what it's got on it. 300. But boy, you talk about a smooth, clean running 6-cylinder. So as the story goes, this one was in excellent shape. And the gentleman was building another truck, so he just basically took everything that he needed off of this one to put on his. It was minus the doors. the truck that I just picked up, this is where the doors come from. And the more I ran this thing around the property, just using it kind of like a wheelbarrow, I come to the conclusion that I needed to try to find me a utility box. And then it come down to the fact that, well, without a hood, you don't want to park it outside and leave it in the rain. Well, you can't have the hood on it without having the front clip on it. So it just snowballed, turned into getting the other parts truck. This, you can see, cut out there, cut out here. You're probably saying, well, you ought to just swap the cabs out. And probably so, but I'm too lazy to do that. I would rather do a little 1 pound graft, 1 pound of metal graft here. I can weld pretty good, and I can do pretty good body work. I think I can section this out and replace it, put a windshield back in it. And I think I can do the same thing here. So a little more integral work, but a lot less straining, changing a cab out and changing the wiring harness and all that good stuff. This cluster here is actually the one that came out of that truck that's over there. It don't look that bad from the outside, but there's a backer, a black or a white plastic backer that goes behind all of that. And I got one in that other truck I'll show you, but it absolutely just disintegrates. So other thing is I just want to show you how this thing runs. I mean, it's cold, it's ice cold. I hadn't messed with it. I'm gonna do a cold start when I get the battery set up, so hang on. Sure does make it easier to work on without all that on the front, but it's basically being bottle fed at the moment, and it ain't too safe when you got kids running around. But that's the deal right there. Good running motor. This was the hood off the other truck. Other than some surface rust and pitting, this is just an old bed I had laying around. Don't particularly want that to be on it. Like I said, I need a utility box. So from what I'm seeing, I've never swapped one of these out. I know this is in the wrong spot because I put it there. Got 3 bolts here, and looks like that might be one right here. And then over here, pretty much same thing. We go on this one and look. So got them 3 bolts. Yeah, it looks like there's one down there, some kind of little rubber connector. And these, some of them look like they disconnect, but I don't think these do, so. Oh, this stuff, it looks like 6 wires here, but everything else is intact. I imagine this is for the headlights, because this one over here got all the same connectors, all of this, and this wire runs up underneath that into this plug, which is missing over here. So I believe that'll do. We'll get it figured out. Caught my breath anyway. Got it buttoned up. Well, getting it buttoned up. Front end's on. And now it's time to see if it's going to crank. It's still being bottle fed, which is fine, no big deal. I think these are hood hinge bolt holes. I don't know a whole lot about Ford, but I like them. At least, you know, I don't know a whole lot about 78, 79s. They're pretty much the same, I think. Ride like a Cadillac though. Got the battery in there. Bolts are hooked up or set up. I guess I could put this back over here where it belongs. Get that squared away in a minute, but solenoid, regulator, horn relay, over here the abominable box of strandation and leaving you high and dry is hooked up. I actually got a HEI distributor that's supposed to do away with that, but it's working, so I'm gonna leave it in there for the time being. The whole point of this was just get it where I could put a hood on it. Oh look, we got lights working. Huh. I wonder what the deal is with that. Let's just see. Well, that ain't supposed to be on. Let's see if we can find something to turn it off. Dirty hands, clean heart. Solid green with a black wire. A solid green with two black stripes. Yeah, that one's only got one stripe, two stripes, a brown, a black, and a red. I guess it kind of defeats the purpose if I make these videos for people, or if I make these videos for my children and then I don't never say anything, because they don't care about the wires. And I'd say there's probably about 2% of people that are actually this far into the video that actually care about what I'm doing, and probably like me and want to be out working on something and can't for whatever reason. So nice little tool here. Do-do-do. How many is that? I think it is. Let's match them up and all in. Ready for the cringe splice. Electricians, look away. I actually looked into becoming an electrician, and I said to myself, man, if there was ever a pyramid scheme, that looks to me like it is one. But there's good money in it. And if you can stay the course, you could probably be one of the upper level electricians that gets paid to shake your head yes or no about something. Let's see. Lime green with 2. There's lime green with 2. It's a frightful mess, but it's okay. I ain't doing this for somebody else. I'm doing it because I don't want my tools rained on or toted off. Let's see. Now we're going. What is this? What is it? These two don't even matter. Can you do it? Yes. I think. you.